Pay homage to the Samma Sambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times before start our Dhamma talk. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Dear brothers and sisters in the Dhamma, today also we are continuously explaining Visakha Sutta. No? We already finished what is the meaning of opposite and what is the meaning of the how we cleansing our mind, our defined mind through the proper technique after recollecting the Buddha's qualities, Dhamma's qualities, and Sangha's qualities. Today again we are going to explain another two Anusati, especially Sila Nusati and Devata Nusati. Okay, now we can continue. Upakkilittassa visake chittassa upakkamena pariyodapana hoti katancha visake upakkilittassa chittassa upakkamena pariyodapana hoti. Then Lord Buddha asked question. Again, the opposite of the noble one is the cleansing of the defiled mind through the proper technique. And how is the defiled mind cleansed through the proper technique? Okay, now again Lord Buddha going to discuss one more thing about Sila Anusati. Ida Visake Arya Savako Attunu Silan Anusarati. Very important, no? There is the case where the disciple of the noble ones recollects his own virtues, now own Sila. Thus, they are how we reflecting. According to the Pali, they mention Akanda, Achidda, Asabala, Akalmasa, Bujissa, Vinyupasatta, Aparamatta. There are few ways. The English meaning, there are untoned. My sila is no more torn, unbroken, unspotted, unsplattered, liberating, and praised by the wise man. Underneath, conducive to concentration, support to concentration. As he is recollecting virtue, his mind is calm and joy arise. The defilements of his mind are abundant, just as when a mirror is cleansed through the proper technique. Now, after you are taking Pancha Sila or 8 Sila, when you are reflecting your Sila one by one, then you can see my Sila not broken anywhere. Even though after one by one also not broken. Continuously all are the discipline rule very pure. Because of this rule, always support to develop my concentration. This way, he can reflect his own virtue. Just like when a mirror is cleansed through the proper technique. This way, you have to understand. And how is a mirror cleansed through the proper technique? Through the use of oil and essence and charming and appropriate appropriate human effort. This is how a mirror is cleansed through the proper technique. In the same way, the defiled mind is cleansed through the proper technique. And how is the defiled mind cleansed through the proper technique? There is the case whether the disciple of noble ones recollects his own virtues. Now you have to understand, after you observing your sila, after take your sila, you try to reflect again and again, continuously. This is the sila anusati. Maybe 1 days ago, 1 weeks ago, 1 month ago, and the last vasa, the continuously I practice sila. This way, when you are reflecting, your mind very calm and very peaceful. This is a meaning. Okay. This way, they are untorn, unbroken, unspotted, unsplattered, liberating, praised by wise, unstrained, conducive to concentration. As he is recollecting virtue, his mind is cleansed and joy arises. The defilements of his mind are abundant. Now you can understand. He is thus called a disciple of the noble ones, undertaking the virtue uposatha, sila uposatha. When you are practicing sila anusati, at that time we call his uposatha sila uposatha. He lived with virtue. It is owing to virtue that his mind is calm, that joy arises, and that whatever defilements there are in his mind are abundant. This is how the defined mind is cleansed through the proper technique. Okay, this is a meaning. About the next one. Again, the opposite of the noble ones is the cleansing of the defiled mind through the proper technique. And how is the defiled mind cleansed through the proper technique? There is the case where the disciple of the noble ones recollects the devas. Are now going to refer devas quality, because which kind of merits support to this deva to become deva life. This way, he's going to reflecting the sixth deva celestial world, no? The sixth deva world. There are the devas of 4 great kings, 4 kingdoms, Chatu Maharajika. The devas of the 33 Tavatinsa, the Yama Deva, the contented Deva, Tusita, the devas who delight in creation, Nimmanarati, the devas who delight, the devas who have power over the creations of others, now Paranimita Vasavati. The devas of Brahma's retinue, the devas beyond them. Okay, now going to refer Deva and Brahma, all are the we are going to think. Now, whatever conviction, it means saddha, okay, saddha. Whatever saddha they were endowed with, that when falling away from this life, they re-arose there. The same sort of saddha is present in me as well. Now you see, because of the saddha, who practiced saddha, because of the saddha, he became the deva. So when you are reflecting deva life, you also can, I also have saddha. Now my saddha also have very well. This way you also can think and can understand. And whatever virtue they were endowed with, that when falling away from this life, they re-arose there. The same sort of virtue is present in me as well. Whatever learning, Sutta, who has who has a lot of the knowledge about the Dhamma, and after listening the Dhamma, after reading the Dhamma, who has the knowledge, learner. They were endowed with that. When falling away from this life, they re-arose there. The same sort of learning is present in me as well. Okay. Next one, whatever generosity, chaga, they were endowed with that. When falling away from this life, they re-arose there. The same sort of generosity is present in me as well. Whatever discernment's panya, the wisdom, they were endowed with that. When falling away from this life, they re-arose there. The same sort of discernment is present in me as well. Okay. This is the meaning. Okay, this is a meaning of now here, but Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Chaga, Panya. Because of the 5 qualities, who is practicing, who is developing, with the power of these qualities, he will be the Deva after this life. He can get the Deva life after this life. As he is recollecting the Devas, his mind is calm and joy arises. The defilement of his mind are abundant. Just as when gold is cleansed through the proper technique. Now they give the example how we going to clean the gold. And how is the gold cleansed? Through the proper technique, through the use of the furnace, salt earth, red chalk, blowpipe, tongs, and the appropriate the human effort. This is how gold is cleansed, through the proper technique. In the same way, the defined mind is cleansed through the proper technique. And how is the defined mind cleansed? Through the proper technique? There is the case where the disciple of the noble ones recollected the Devas. Thus, there are the Devas of the 4 great kings, etc. No? Chatu Maharajika, Tavatinsa, Yama, Tusita, Nimanarati, and Paranimita Vasavati, and others, Brahma, Kaya, and other old Deva. About the Saddha, about the Sila, about the Sutta, about the Chaga, and about the Panya. Okay, those are 5 things. He, as he is recollecting the Devas' qualities, which kind of merits help to him to become Deva. When he's recollecting those merits, his mind is cleansed and joy arises. The defilement of his mind are abundant. He is thus called the disciple of the noble ones, undertaking the Deva Uposatha. Now we call especially Deva Uposatha. He lived with the Devas. It is owing to the Devas that his mind is calm, that joy arises, and that whatever defilements there are in his mind are abundant. This is how the defiled mind is cleansed through the proper technique. Okay. Now this is a way. Furthermore explanation, as the disciple of the noble ones reflect thus, as long as they live the arahant abandoning the taking of life. But any of the arahat never ever going to kill any of the living being. Abstain from the taking of life. They dwell with their rod lie down, their knife lie down, semi-scraples, and merciful, compassionate for the welfare of all living beings. Today, I too, for this day to night, abandoning the taking of life, abstain from the taking of life. I dwell with my rod light down, because I'm not going to use any of the stick or whatever thing to kill and harm to the other beings. And my knife lie down, scrapers, and the merciful, compassionate for the welfare of all the living beings, because I'm practicing metta and karuna for all the beings. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahat, and my uposatha will be observed. Now this way, because some of the arahat after became arahat, they never ever kill. They are practicing lot of metta and karuna for the beings. The same way, I'm also practicing like this. This is also the how we clean our mind. As long as the leaf and the arahat abandoning the taking of what is not given, abstain from taking what is not given, they take only what is given, accept only what is given, leave not be stealing, but by means of a self that has become pure. Today, I too, for this day and night, abandoning the taking of what is not given, abstain from taking what is not given. I take only what is given, accept only what is given, live not be stealing, but by means of a self that has become pure. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas, and my opposite will be observed. Now, this way also people, how we clean our defiled mind. As long as they live the arahatas, abandoning uncelibacy, means not the sexual misconduct. Live a celibate life, aloof, refrain from the sexual act. That is the religious way. Today I too, for this day and night, abandoning uncelibacy means the sensual misconduct. Live a celibate life, aloof, refraining from the sexual act. That is the religious way. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas, and my uposatha will be observed. As long as they live the arahatas, abandoning false speech, they never ever the musavada. They are free from the musavada. Abstain from false speech. They speak the truth, hold to the truth, the frame, reliable, no deceiver of the world. Today I too, for this day and night, also abandoning false speech, abstain from false speech, and I speak the truth and hold the truth one. Am firm, reliable, no deceiver of the world. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas, and my uposatha will be observed. This way, now how we clean our mind. Okay. Next one. As long as they live the arahatas, abandoning fermented and distilled liquor that cause heedlessness, pamada. Because the whatever surameraya supposed to support to the pamada. That's why abstain from fermented distilled liquor that cause heedlessness. Today I too, for this day and night, abandoning fermented and distilled liquor that cause heedlessness. Abstain from fermented and distilled liquor that cause heedlessness. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas and my uposatha will be observed. As long as they live, the arahatas live on one meal a day. Because after take 8 uposatha sila, everyone should follow the one meal a day. Abstain from food at night, refraining from food at the wrong time of day, means from noon until dawn. Today I too, for this day and night, live on one meal, abstaining from food at night, refraining from food at the wrong time of day, means from noon until dawn. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas and my uposatha will be observed. As long as they live, the arahatas abstain from dancing, singing, music, watching shows, wearing garlands, beautifying themselves with perfume and cosmetic. Today I too, for this day and night, abstain from dancing, singing, music, watching the shows, wearing garland, beautifying myself with perfume and cosmetic. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas and my uposatha will be observed. As long as they live, the arahatas abounding high and imposing seat and beds, they are valuable. Abstain from high and imposing seat and beds. They make low beds on a pallet or a spread of straw. Today I too, for this day and night, abounding high and imposing seats and beds. Abstain from high and imposing seats and beds. I make a low bed on a pallet or a spread of straw. By means of this factor, I emulate the arahatas and my uposatha will be observed. Now, this is we calling 8 uposatha. No? Such is the uposatha of the noble ones, Visakha. When this uposatha of the noble ones I undertaken, it is of great fruits and great benefit, of great glory and great radiance. And how is it of great fruits and great benefit, of great glory and great radiance? Suppose the one were to exercise kingship role and sovereignty, no? Sovereignty over these 16 great lands, replete with the 7 treasures over the Anga, Magada, Kasi, Kosala, Vajji, Malla, Cheti, Vatsa, Puru, Panchala, Macha, Surasena, Asaka, Avanti, Gandhara, and Cambodia. There are 16 countries, province. You can say the big country in India. There are 16 countries. It would not be worth 1/16 of this uposatha endowed with 8 factors. Okay, now you understand, no? Why is that? Kingship over human beings is a meager thing when compared with heavenly bliss. Now someone think this uh, who is going to become king of the whole the India, but because this this kind of like just like a heavenly bliss. But anyway, how we understand about the heavenly bliss? Because after the Lord Buddha going to explain about the lifespan of the devas, the one by one. Now this is also very important, very good for us to know. The 50 human years are equal to 1 day and night among the devas of the 4 great kings. Now see, 50 years for us, they are 1 day for the Chatu Maharajaga Deva. 30 such days and nights make a month. Now, like this, the 30 days become 1 month. 12 such months make a year. There are 12 months become 1 year. They are how the lifespan. They say 500 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the devas of the 4 great kings. Now, all the 4 kingdoms, they were lifespan, they are 500 years only. They are limited, no? They are after 500 years, they cannot live anymore. Anyway, they have to pass away, they have to come to another world, another celestial, yeah, the Deva world or lower world. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factors. Now see, some man or woman, they are practicing 8 sila. On the break up of the body after death might be reborn among the devas of the 4 great kings. It was in reference to this that is was said, kingship over human being is a meager thing when compared with heavenly bliss. You see, this is a meaning. Okay. Now continue. The human century is equal to 1 day and night among the devas of the 33. 30 such days and nights make a month. 12 such months make a year. 1,000 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the devas of 33. Okay. Now this way you have to know. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factor on the break up of the body after death might be reborn among the devas of the 33. It was in reference to this that is was said, kingship over human beings is a meager thing when compared with heavenly bliss. Now, what is the import of the sila? Now, after fulfilling your 8 sila, 8 factors, then after whatever wishes do you have, you can reborn Chatu Maharajaga world or Tavatesa. They continue explaining. 200 centuries are equal to 1 day and night among the Yama Deva. Now see, 200 years for us, the 1 day for the Yama Deva. 30 such days and nights make a month. 12 such months make a year. 2,000 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the Yama Deva. Okay. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman, from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factors, on the break up of the body after death, might be reborn among the Yama Deva. It was in reference to this that is was said, kingship over human being is the meager thing when the compared with heavenly bliss. Okay. 4 human century are equal to 1 day and night among the contented devas, Tusita Deva. Now, it becomes for the 400 years for us, they are 1 day for the Tusita Deva. 30 such days, day and night, make a month. 12 such months make a year. 4,000 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the Tusita Deva. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman, from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factors, on the break up of the body after death, might be reborn among the Tusita Devas. It was in reference to this that was said, kingship over human beings is a meager thing when compared with heavenly bliss. Okay. Now about the next 8 human centuries is equal to 1 day and night among the devas who delight in creation. Now it's become 800 years, the human 800 years equal for 1 day in Nimana Rati Deva. Nimana Rati is 1 day. 30 such days and night make a month. 12 such months make a year. 8,000 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the devas who delight in creations. Okay. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman, from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factors, on the break up of the body after death, might be reborn among the devas who delight in creation. It was in reference to this that is was said, kingship over human beings is a meager thing when compared with heavenly bliss. 16 human centuries are equal to 1 day and night among the devas who have power over the creations of others, the Maras lifespan. There are 16 century, means there are 1,600 years equal to 1 day for Mara. 30 such days and night make a month. 12 such months make a year. 16,000 such heavenly years constitute the lifespan among the devas who have power over the creations of others. Now it is possible that the certain man or woman, from having observed this opposite endowed with 8 factors, on the break up of the body after death, might be reborn among the devas who have power over the creations of others. It was in reference to this that is was said, kingship over human beings is a meager thing when the compared with heavenly bliss. I think you understand the what is the important, what is the benefit of practicing 8 sila. One should not kill a being or take what is not given should not tell a lie or be a drinker of strong drink, should abstain from uncelibate, the misconduct, sensual misconduct, the sexual act, should not eat at night, the wrong time of day, should not wear a garland or use a scent, should sleep on a pallet or mat spread on the ground. For these 8 factors, opposite has been proclaimed by the awakened one, the Lord Buddha, no? To lead to the end of suffering and stress. Now, if someone want to get the free from suffering and from stress, you should practice. Those are 8 sila. 8 opposite sila, always giving good benefit and good result for us. The moon and sun both fair to see, shedding radiance whatever they go, scattering darkness as they move through space, brighten the sky, illuminating the quarters. These are the other direction. Within their range is found wealth, pearl, crystal, beryl, lucky gem, platinum, nagel, gold. The refined gold called hataka. That is the one of the meaning. Yet they, like the light of all stars, when compared with the moon, are not worth 1/16 of the 8 factors opposite. So whoever, man or woman, is endowed with the virtue of the 8 factors opposite, having done meritorious deeds, productive of bliss, beyond reproach, goes to the heavenly star. Now you see, because who is practicing the sila, and who is developing the sila, and who is keeping the sila, then he can accumulate lot of meritorious deeds, and he always producing the happiness, bliss, and he also can be the one of the heavenly state. Okay, heavenly state. This is a meaning. Okay, then according to that opposed sutta, the Visakha Sutta, our Lord Buddha explaining how we reflecting, how we practicing the Sila Anusati and Devata Anusati, and how we reflect the 8 Sila one by one. And after that, if someone has wished to be the Deva, want to be the Deva life, then Lord Buddha explaining about the lifespan of the Deva life also. This way, I think we can understand, and everyone know the everything. So we have to practice everything clearly, and about sila is important for us, and then how we cleanse our defined mind also. This way you have to understand. Yeah, I think the Visakha Sutta already finished now. We are not yet prepared the sutta also, but if you have anything to discuss, or if I know, I can explain. Do you have any question? Please let me know.
Good day, Bhante. One of the 8 sila, one should sleep on pallet mat spread on the ground. Why do one need to sleep on pallet on the ground?
Yeah, pallet means yeah. This is a very low quality, no, lower part, low quality. That's why, because the if you are practicing the Uccasayana Mahasayana, no, if you are going to sleep the valuable place or higher place, going to sleep, this is a very easy to break your sila. That's why the better you sleep on the in the pallet or in the ground is better to save your sila.
Okay, Bante, maybe Bante can explain practically, like for us,
Yeah,
what
but
is called not high bid.
yeah, especially the more than we can say the
Length, is it?
yeah, more than length, yeah,
The
arm length,
arm length.
yeah, more than arm length. The higher more than arm length is not suitable.
From the ground.
Like from the ground, especially we call the Dhamma speaker always use the higher chair, no.
Yes.
Those are the higher place, no good for us when we are taking the sila.
Okay.
About your sleeping place and sitting place also. But
Okay,
sometimes some people they was down, because nowadays they are the mattress, no, very high value, no, high value.
Very
Yeah,
very expensive.
very expensive.
Yes.
So that's why some of the people after observing the after sila, they also very doubt to sleep from that on the bed. That's why the better way to sleep on the ground, or maybe use the normal pallet, just normal the bed.
When we observe the Uposatha.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Brother, have any question, you can type again, but there's another question. Thank you, Bante. So for the recollection of the virtues, regarding the part about the panya, does it mean that we need to attain stream entry for it to be considered as panya?
Now, according to here, panya meaning not the noble panya, Arya panya. So the mundane panya we are talking here, because who is the know the karma, and who's the know the belief, the result of the karma, and who has the knowledge about the whatever he's doing, who's understanding whatever kusala and akusala. This is a panya we are regarding here, not the stream entry but the lokuttara panya.
So meaning, Bante, we just reflecting all this when we are observing Uposatha Sila. This will lead us to the heavenly life. Is that correct?
Yes. So okay. So brief. Yeah. So meaning.
Okay. Okay. About the high bed, the question about high bed just now. The brother asked, Bante, can we sleep with pillow?
Yeah. Pillow should be okay. Can put our head, but we cannot use like sitting.
Cannot use the pillow
for
sitting,
for sitting, for the like cushion. For the seat.
Okay.
Yeah, because nowadays the pillow used with cotton.
Yes.
That pillow is we can say higher quality.
Oh.
Yeah, the cotton means pillow. This one that we can say the valuable thing, according to Buddha say, that pillow we can use for the head. It's okay, no problem.
Oh, okay.
But that pillow we cannot use for the sitting.
Okay. Even for the lay who are observing the Uposatha, we cannot use that pillow. But the sponge or that, it should be all right, Bante.
Yeah, sponge okay, but it's not considered, not made by the cotton, no?
Okay. And another question, Bante. Then with regards to the eating of one meal a day, yeah, Bante, is that one meal a day, or is it okay to eat 2 meals within the time of after dawn until noon time?
Yes, no enough to more than 5-6 times, no problem.
Yeah, Bante, it's misleading when we always see 1 meal a day.
Yeah, because Lord Buddha always say the 1 meal a day meaning from dawn to noon.
We can eat any
Anytime,
number of meals
it's no problem.
within
This
the
is the
time.
consider
Okay.
the 1 meal.
Okay, that consider 1 meal. Bante.
Yeah.
Is there any other question? Bante, this sutta only give us the deva. It only explain the 6 deva realms.
Yeah. Yes.
So how about Brahma realm?
Brahma Ram not explain because if someone want to go the Brahma Ram, you should
Yes.
meditate, no? Have developed the jhana.
So it's different.
Yeah, but here mention only the sila.
Okay.
8 sila. That's why the 8 silas higher the mundane benefit is the 6 deva life. This is the meaning.
Okay. Yes. Another question, Bante, regarding imposing seats. Does it mean that we cannot sit on sofa at home when we take the 8 precepts? He further explained, he said we got different kind of sofa. Some are high sofa, some are expensive, but some sofa are low, which are moderate in cost, not very expensive. So we
are also thinking about the sofa, but usually the sum of the sofa consider just like the normal chair. It's okay. Some of the sofa very high, very expensive, and the very more and more decoration also. They put a lot of the decoration and a lot of flowers or a lot of things. Like this, the sofa I think not suitable.
Okay, just as simple as possible.
Yes.
Any other questions? If you keep all the sila until death, then during the near-death moment, we recollect something akusala. That will mean we won't go Dewa Ram, right? Is that correct?
Maybe but the whole life they're practicing sila is okay. But nearly that moment arising akusala. Because this akusala is arising nearly that moment means the akusala has a power. But anyway, sometimes the power of the sila that can control the akusala mind. If can control mean he can reborn in the deva life. If cannot control, definitely he's going to the another place.
Okay, Bante.
But anyway, after he reborn in maybe the one of the low level, low class, but but their life is maybe very short. Immediately he can come over. Example, like the Mallika, no?
Yes.
The Queen's Mallika, King Kosala's the queen. She also practicing the good meritorious deeds during the life. One day she lied to his husband, no? The nearly dead moment appear that thought. Then she went to the hell only for 7 days. After immediately she reborn in the Deva life. This is the meaning.
Okay, so it will not be wasted as long as we do the kusala to observe the sila. Okay, but Brother Robin, you hold on a while. There's another question. Uposatha observance, besides the lifespan, what are the benefits of reborn in Deva or Brahma realms?
Because the example, someone after became Deva, they also can continuously practice the Sila, Samadhi, Panya until get Nibbana during the Sasana period, especially. And if because after go to the higher realm, then always you can listen the good thing from others highest devas, highest brahmas. That's why it's the way. Otherwise, the example nowadays, the humans' lifespan very short, and a lot of rubbish in the world, and lot of the defilement. No, if you are going to reborn again and again in the human world, difficult to save our life. very difficult. That's why the after we fulfilled our sila, if you can go to the Deva world to stay maybe short while, then when the human become calm and peaceful, at that time you can come and accumulate the wholesome. This is my understanding.
Okay, Bante, Brother Robin has questions. Brother Robin.
Okay, sister. Thank you, sister. Good afternoon, Bante. Thank you very much for today's Dhamma talk. Bante, I have a few questions. So the first one is related to what the sister asked last week regarding the observance of the Uposatha. Like for us that maybe have many duties, Bante. For me, like we know that the ideal Uposatha is like the for the whole day we are trying to meditate and just focus on the our precepts like that, right, Bante, like, and not thinking about the other things, Bante. So that is the ideal way, Bante. But I personally like ever experienced a slight fear, Bante, that I fear that I couldn't do it perfectly, so I may risk to break the precept. So I think it's better to not observe it like that, Bante, because I'm afraid that I couldn't observe it perfectly, ideally, like that, Bante. So sometimes that kind of thought appear in my mind, Bante. So regarding this, Bante, how should our attitude be like for us? Maybe sometimes we are busy or what, like that, Bante. So if say simply, is it better to wait until we can observe it perfectly, or we just try to observe as best as possible, Bante?
No, you can say that if someone cannot protect 8 sila within the one day or within the life, you can practice one by one. Maybe you can determine, okay, today I am going to protect only 2 rule, maybe 3 rule. This slowly by slowly you can practice. So don't wait until you are free from all your duties.
Okay, Bante. Like don't wait until the ideal time, right, Bante?
Yes. Mm.
Okay, Bante. Like, may I ask few questions that are not directly related to today's topic also, Bante?
Okay, may I try?
So the first is regarding the like around few months ago, I heard that regarding the Sotapanna, Bante. So usually what we know is that the Sotapanna have only 7 lives remaining, Bante. But at that time, I heard that the 7 remaining lives is in the Kama realms, but they can be reborn many, many times in the Brahma realm, more than 7. Is that correct, Bante?
No mention, because there are maximum only 7 life after Sotapatti, but in the one of the commentary mentioned some of the Sotapatti person who done lot of meritorious deeds, they can reborn more than 7 life. The commentary mentions especially Anathapindika Setti and the Sujata, the Vishaka, those are person only. For others, no mention clearly. Only the Kama Vachara world, we are talking 7 life, and the Brahma world not including here, no mention anywhere. I am not remember.
Okay, Bante. So maybe it's just for some individuals, right?
Individual who has the lot of the good qualities and lot of meritorious deeds, who has the power of the meritorious deeds. That's why the special chance, special for them.
Is it also like because they have like kind of still a strong attachment to the life, Bante?
Maybe.
Because like why they would want to reborn so many times?
Yeah. Because during our Sastra only 2 person, Anathapindika and Visakha only. They mentioned their Chola Ratha, Maharata. They are another mentioned during the Kasava Buddha's time. previous Buddha's time. And they mentioned as 7% in the commentary.
Oh, okay, Bante. And then Bante, regarding for a person that to be reborn in the Brahma realm, like for the people in this world, Bante. So like we need to have the Rupa Jhana or Arupa Jhana, Bante. And then previously what I have thought is that before the death moment, the person should enter into the jhana, Bante. But I think few days ago I heard one lecture said that it doesn't necessary that the person enter the jhana during the death moment, but he should should have the ability to enter it like that. So the one who possess the ability to enter as at any times that he want could be reborn in the Brahma realm, Bante. So is that the way, Bante?
What is the difference between?
Like I mean, I think that like the usual way is that we have to enter the jhana before death, Bante. But
Yes.
the explanation that I received like few days ago is that as long as the person has the ability to enter jhana at any time.
But ability enter the jhana means the how definitely the object must be appear near that moment. Without appearing the object, how we reborn in the Brahma world? But example now, someone they has ability to enter the jhana anytime. So okay. But nearly that moment not appear any of the panyati, jhana panyati. How he reborn?
Yes, Bante. That's why I'm a little bit confused as well. So
Yes.
So the person should enter the jhana, right, Bante? Before the death moment.
Means enter the jhana or but should be the appear the panyati jhana nimitta near that moment. Otherwise he cannot because jhana concentration must be appear near that moment. Rupavachara or arupavachara kusala. Otherwise he cannot reborn.
Okay, Bante. So the Patibhaga Nimitta should appear, Bante.
Maybe
at that time.
But that's the reason mentioned the panyati object.
Okay, Bante. Okay, Bante. I think that's all for today, Bante, for my questions. Thank you very much, Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, Bante, there are still a few more questions. I think I summarized one of the questions is about the 7 precept, about the
watching show.
Yes. What is exactly what is exactly means the 7 for the 7 precept, the Nacha Kita. So because nowadays we have a lot of shows, like some small, very short video clips over the internet, so a lot of people will watch it, maybe just a few seconds a show, the video clips. Is this the Nacha Kita, the 7 precept, Facebook? And whatever. So Bante maybe can explain what is the Nacha Kita and so forth. The 7 precepts.
Listening or singing all are same, no? Watching, listening, singing all are same, no?
Yeah. Because of the modern techniques in nowadays, Facebook, watching Facebook, is it considered
watching the Facebook, but
reading the Facebook?
Actually, at that time you have to think. What is the necessary thing to read, to check? It's okay, but necessary thing. If an unnecessary, maybe regarding the dancing, music, or
entertainment,
gossip, like this thing, maybe not so good. Very easy to damage our sila. Maybe my understanding is better.
Okay,
quite difficult.
But But my understanding is that sometimes Facebook we got some news, about the world or what. Maybe
it's okay for the no.
Yeah.
That's why. Regarding the music or dancing or entertainment, within after you are enjoying, no. After watching you are enjoying, no. Then the very easy to damage our sila.
Another question related also. She asked if the family is playing music very loud, but if will this be breaking breaking our sila on the
if
Nacha kita
if you are join with mind or you are enjoying after listening, break your sila. If you're not join, you're not enjoying, you're not care about that, it's okay, still okay.
Yes. Okay. Another question, Tante, is it could be in Deva realm because we can remember our human lives and the Dharma if we pass away from here, from the world. Is it good to be in the Deva realm?
Yeah,
because we can remember our human life. Is that correct?
Yeah, sure. Because in the one of the sutta, the Suttasaṅgaha sutta mentioned, Suttasaṅgaha sutta mentioned, some of them practice the sila and dhamma meditation in the human life. Then he passed away. Immediately he can appear in the deva world. Then immediately he can reflect his past life. Whatever dhamma he practiced, then he can continue from that place to until liberation, until nibbana.
Ante, just curious, every deva can do that?
Not every devas. Who has the experience of the dhamma?
Okay.
Yeah. Who has to practice in the dhamma? And who is practicing the meditation diligently? Like this person only. Others also, after listening the dhamma from other devas, they also, if they has the mind, they also can practice. Otherwise, they only enjoying the life with five sensual things.
Yes. Okay. So the practice during this life is still very, very important. I think.
Yes.
Okay. I myself have a question. In the sutta, the Visakha Uposatha Sutta, it mentions that when we do the Deva Nusati, we reflect that the Deva have the Satta, Sila, Sutta, and so on, and Chaga, Panya. So I also want to, I'm curious, not every Deva have all these five qualities, right?
Yes, right. You're right. Because who is the Sammaditthi Deva? Who is following the right view? Who is following the Buddhist way? Who is following who is the noble Deva, Arya Deva?
Okay.
Only those are qualities we can see clearly.
So
because nowadays lot of they have bad called Michaditi. They also have a lot of Michaditi. They also have. No?
Yes. So when we reflect, we just have to reflect that we are like the Deva with the five qualities. What you call it, Samadhi qualities.
Yes. We can say that who is the protecting sasana? Who is our protector? Some Deva can protect us because we are Buddhists. We are following the Sila Samadhi Panya. Because of that, good Deva always protect us.
Yes. So we just reflect that we are like that kind of Deva. Okay.
Because example, the skin Sakka, Forking, and the Mette Bodhisattva, etc.
Oh, sorry. Another question on the screen. Ante, I remember having heard that certain sutta mention it is better to be in human world, as it is better place to cultivate than in Deva or Brahma realm. But this the Visakha Uposatha Sila like saying otherwise. Can Bhante comment?
No, means actually the human world is the better than others, other Deva, other Brahma also. Why? Only human can practice all the 8 Sila properly, and they can practice dana, and they practice the meditation diligently, can listening, can everything we can do. But only if you have the sasana, during the sasana period, our human light's very bright, very, very, very wonderful. All Deva and Brahma also at that time very much like to count the human world to accumulate wholesome. But out of the sasana period, and the Deva and Brahma life quite safe, they're better than the human life. This is meaning.
So it is like better to hide at the
Mm.
place first to wait
Yes.
for Buddha to come to the human world. That will be better, right, Bhante?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, repeat after me. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu sadhu 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 sukhe hotu nibbana paccayo hotu. May all of you be healthy. May all of you be well and happy. May all of you be free from all suffering and attain nibbana soon.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.